The movie kicks off with a tense scene. A junkie confronts his friend, Dmitry, demanding the drugs they shared the day before. Dmitry reluctantly lets him in, and as the junkie prepares for his fix, Dmitry starts to lose it, frantically searching for a needle. He finally finds a used one and, without hesitation, injects himself. Dmitry collapses, and moments later, the junkie follows suit, falling unconscious on the floor. When he comes to, Dmitry is acting strangely. Panicking, the junkie tries to get help, but things take a dark turn when Dmitry suddenly bites him. Terrified, the junkie stumbles out of the building, desperate for medical help. The scene then shifts to Dr. Adam, who's preparing to send his son, Miguel, off to his grandparents, Angel and Tina, for a few days. Adam shares a tender moment with Tina, who tearfully mentions how much she misses Adam's late wife, Blanca. After saying his goodbyes, Adam heads back, where his neighbor, Johnny, invites him over for dinner. That evening, Adam joins Johnny and his wife, Anna, at the dinner table. Anna learns that Miguel has gone to the countryside and will be enjoying some horse rides, which makes her wistful. Seeing this, Johnny promises to buy her a horse one day. Anna serves Adam another helping of potato soup, mentioning that their crop yield has been low this year due to a pest problem. Johnny and Adam then head to the plant house for drinks, where Johnny admits he's tried everything to save his crops, but nothing's worked. Adam, noticing a plant, comments that they seem to be healing on their own. It's nature's way of fixing things. Later, Adam returns home, lost in memories of Blanca. He recalls a night when Miguel begged to sleep with him, and after they let him, Blanca suddenly fell ill and began vomiting. The movie shifts to a hospital where a nurse is about to leave for the airport. Just then, the junkie now a zombie shows up. As she leans in to hear him, he spits blood on her face. Later, on the plane, she starts showing the same symptoms and feeling uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Adam is lost in memories, listening to Blanca's old voicemail when there's a knock at the door. It's Ms. Mary, feeling unwell. Adam advises her to rest, but their conversation reveals her grandson won't be visiting. At the WHO office, a doctor informs Lucy of a meeting about a new viral outbreak in Venezuela. Mid-conference, their call is cut off, and they're instructed to contact the UN and declare a level 4 emergency. Back to Adam, he checks in with his son, Miguel, who mentions seeing 6 military aircrafts fly by. Later, at a superstore, chaos erupts as a woman bumps into Adam and runs off. Outside, he sees panic everywhere. A man emerges from an ambulance and attacks a civilian. Another man stops Adam, warning him about the infection. Adam watches a police officer die, barely escaping a zombie attack as he drives away. On his way home, Adam meets a terrified Johnny, who explains that an old man bit Anna, causing her to act strangely. They take Anna home, where Adam sedates her to calm her down. Adam tries to contact Tina but fails. He learns online about the emergency and the epidemic, with doctors still unsure of the outbreak's origin. Suddenly, Johnny arrives with Anna. Soon after, another couple, Juan and his wife, arrive, worried about Anna. Adam checks on her, but she suddenly attacks, biting Juan when he tries to intervene. In the chaos, Adam and Johnny accidentally knock Anna down. They hear an emergency broadcast, confused and scared about what's happening. Adam's friend, Carlos, calls, explaining the city is in quarantine, it's complete chaos, and shares the coordinate, asking him to reach their camp. Carlos warns that the infected are being killed on sight. Overhearing this, Johnny panics, fearing Anna will be killed if they take her to the hospital. Despite the danger, they all pile into Adam's truck and leave the house. Meanwhile, Angel goes to his friend Roberto's house and is horrified to find him dead. He rushes back home and sends Miguel to his room, then breaks the news to Tina that Roberto committed suicide. They hear the emergency broadcast, and Angel leaves, telling Tina not to open the door for anyone. Adam and his group reach a police checkpoint, but the officers, panicked, open fire, which attracts nearby zombies. When Adam reveals they have infected passengers, the police become alarmed. Suddenly, zombies attack the officers, and Anna, now fully transformed, steps out but is shot before Johnny's eyes. Adam drags a heartbroken Johnny back into the truck, and they escape. Later, Johnny, overwhelmed with grief, forces Adam to stop the truck, insisting on going back for Anna. Adam stops him, but Johnny, consumed by sorrow, lashes out, taunting Adam about his wife's death. Hurt, Adam gets back in the truck, leaving Johnny behind. After a moment, Johnny realizes his mistake, returns to the truck, and they continue their journey together. Dr. Lucy arrives at Carlos's camp, where she's introduced to a captured zombie, and learns the virus is called the crocodile virus, named by the locals. The next morning, Adam and Johnny reach the city, but after witnessing the chaos, they quickly flee. While changing a tire, they panic when a biker speeds by and quickly drive off. On their way to find Miguel, they spot a guy, Luis, being chased by zombies and manage to rescue him. Confirming he's not bitten, they continue on. That night, they run out of gas in the forest and decide to proceed on foot. At dawn, they reach a town filled with dead bodies. Suddenly, 2 zombies attack. Luis uses a gun to help Adam, but the gunshots attract more zombies and a survivor named Jose. Jose takes them in, and his daughter, Crystal, distracts the zombies. Inside, Jose's wife learns they're from Merida and is saddened to hear about the chaos there. That evening, Jose advises them to get water the next day, but Adam reveals they're heading to a nearby camp. Jose's wife suggests they stay until things settle down, but Jose disagrees. Later, Adam has a nightmare about Miguel being attacked by a zombie and wakes up in fear. He goes outside, accidentally attracting a zombie. Adam rushes back inside, but the zombie breaks in. Adam knocks it out with a bat, locks the door, and finds an escape route. As he moves forward, he encounters 2 more zombies and runs, with them in pursuit. He reaches a rooftop and manages to get rid of one. As the second zombie closes in, Crystal saves him. They carefully leave the building and reunite with Jose and his wife. Jose explains they tried to save a woman and child, but only managed to rescue the boy, who's hiding in a nearby room. Meanwhile, Johnny and Luis are hiding in a room close by. Jose goes to rescue the boy while Adam races back to his friends, pursued by a zombie. Johnny steps in just in time, and they manage to kill the zombie. Johnny then reveals that Luis has a broken leg, and Adam finds an alcohol bottle to clean Luis's wound. Meanwhile, Jose finds the boy and tries to get him to safety, but a zombie spots them and attacks. Jose's wife panics at the sight of him dying and tries to help but ends up falling victim to another zombie. Crystal is chased by a zombie, but manages to find safety. As she returns to Adam and his friends, she says she's okay, only to be bitten by a zombie as Adam helplessly watches her die. Luis insists on staying behind since he can't move his leg, while Johnny and Adam plan to leave at sunset after collecting gas for their truck. Meanwhile, Tina sees Angel return home, now infected. Despite his plea to keep the door closed, she opens it and watches him suffer. That night, while Adam and his friends are getting settled, he leaves the truck to scout the area. Johnny senses something is wrong, and when he turns on the light, a horde of zombies attacks. Johnny and Adam fight the zombies, but are unable to save Luis. They then escape and are rescued by soldiers near the camp. Captain Jack arrives, orders them to undress to check for infection, and confirms they are clean before letting them inside. Adam meets Carlos, when Adam explains that he knows nothing about Miguel due to the comms being down. Adam is shocked to see that Carlos's team is burning the bodies of the infected. Carlos introduces Adam to Dr. Lucy as a top microbiology expert and that he is here to help them. Adam asks Carlos for a private conversation and tells him he's on a mission to save his son, but Carlos warns him it's a suicide mission. Adam notices something off and discovers that the virus infecting people is a type of rabies. He finds out about the first recorded case and the drug dysmorphine. He suggests to Lucy that the virus might have used rabies as a base to create this new disease. Lucy's realization prompts her to contact her officials. As Adam reviews the cases, he notices there are no reports of infections in children. Suddenly, zombies attack the facility. Despite the captain's efforts to fight them off, the place falls. The captain manages to rescue Dr. Carlos, Lucy, Adam, and Johnny. On their way out, Johnny and Adam spot Luis, now a zombie, and feel a pang of sadness for him. The next morning, they reach a safe location, and the captain orders his men to scout the area. Gunshots ring out, and they find a soldier who has killed a zombie, but has been bitten himself. Panicked, the soldier drops his weapon and flees. Carlos proposes heading to a medical institution to find a cure, but the captain disagrees, leading to a heated argument. Adam intervenes, urging the captain to think of his family and support the search for a cure. Once things settle, Adam convinces Johnny to help Carlos reach the medical facility while he sets off to find Miguel. Johnny gives Adam a gun for protection. Adam continues his journey until he encounters a truck. A mother and son offer him water, but he declines. The son, angry, threatens Adam with a shotgun and is shot down. The mother, enraged, tries to grab the gun and meets the same fate. As Adam takes the water bottle, he hears noises from the truck's rear and discovers a couple bound there. He frees them, but they beg him to let them come along. Adam eventually agrees, and they head toward Aragua. During the journey, the woman suddenly feels unwell and insists Adam stop the truck. Once he does, she vomits and tells her husband that she's pregnant. Meanwhile, Carlos's car breaks down in the middle of the road. Carlos explains that they're close and decides they should walk to the institute. As they proceed, they see horses panicking from the infected and rush to escape. Unfortunately, zombies attack the couple, and despite Adam's attempts to help, it's too late. He tries to start the truck but fails and decides to run to Tina's house. Meanwhile, Carlos and his group near the medical institute run out of ammunition. The captain sacrifices himself to save Carlos and the others. Lucy and Johnny reach the door, but Carlos is overwhelmed by zombies. A man appears and initially refuses to let them in, but Lucy persuades him by revealing she's from WHO. At the same time, Adam arrives at Tina's house and finds that Angel has turned into a zombie. With a heavy heart, Adam kills him and mourns Tina's death. Terrified, he approaches Miguel's room and is stunned to find him bitten but still uninfected. Adam takes Miguel to the car, and as they head toward the medical institute, a woman appears asking for help. When Adam stops, the woman shoots him, revealing she is part of a gang. They capture Miguel while Adam loses consciousness from hearing Johnny's screams. The scene cuts to a news broadcast about the suffering in Venezuela and the discovery of a treatment using the blood of children under 10 who were uninfected. Meanwhile, Adam dreams of Blanca, remembering their plans to travel together. When he wakes, he finds Lucy and Johnny with him. Lucy congratulates him, revealing they have successfully used Miguel's blood serum for the treatment, which has been distributed across the country. A few days later, Adam and Miguel board a private plane, ready to fulfill Blanca's wish, and the movie concludes.